Florida Republican Michael Waltz on this, and sir, good morning to you. I want you to listen to Mike Pompeo here on the Biden-Harris fueling conflict here. Watch here, Middle East.
Whenever I hear President Biden or Vice President Harris talk about a ceasefire, what they are really saying is they're going to allow the horrors of October 7th to happen again. They want the Israelis to stand down while Hamas is still powerful and armed, and while Hezbollah still has thousands of missiles in Lebanon, keeping 100,000 Israelis from returning to their homes. That's the danger. When we demand there be a ceasefire.
So now, sir, what do we await to come next in the Middle East, which is now a tinderbox?
Well, Bill, the Biden-Harris weak leadership, mismanagement, and frankly, bad decision after bad decision has practically invited this war and is making a hostage deal more and more unlikely, more and more distant, as Secretary Pompeo was just saying. And here's why, Bill. You have Harris lecturing Netanyahu on his visit to the United States on the international stage. Then you have Biden leaking what was supposed to be a private call so that he can look tough to his base, where he's telling Bibi, if you keep, he's blaming the Israelis for escalating, and then saying if you do it again, you're on your own. Every time Iran, Russia, China sees daylight between us and Israel, they are going to escalate further. And then on the hostage deal, you have the mainstream media and Biden's people saying that taking out Hania, responding for Hezbollah killing 12 children is making it less likely. That's just completely ignorant of how the Middle East works. Terrorist organizations care about two things, Bill. They care about power and staying alive to do their attack again. Under Biden's deal, they would have gotten both. They would have stayed alive and they would conduct future October 7th. If they start seeing their leadership getting taken out all over the world, even in Tehran, they are much more likely to come to a deal to survive to live another day. This is just maddening how bad this White House has managed this situation, and neither are fit to be commander-in-chief.
A humiliating moment for the Iranian leadership, too, with a brand new president who had just been sworn in hours prior. That's happening overseas. Here at home, there's a lot of concerns about our economy, where we are and where we might be headed. We're watching the markets go lower, and that's one indicator. But the other indicator is that the inflation reality is real for Americans and has been for some time. And you wonder now if this is catching up. Lack of spending and the high probability that, we could be looking at a recession here in the United States. Your thoughts on that as we go into the final 90-day sprint?
What President Trump knows and executed brilliantly under his administration is that America's true strength is our economic strength, and that is undergirded by American energy independence. If we would simply open the spigots, flood the world with clean American gas, you drive prices down. Not only do you dry up Iran's war machine, Putin's war machine, you solve our inflation problem, and you put America back in the driver's seat. Bill, this is the climate agenda that Harris is so wedded to, that is constraining American energy and forcing the world to buy from our adversaries and emboldening them. This is so ass backwards that it's just maddening to watch.
Well,
and
sir,
we're seeing the results of it right now.
On policy, then, you're going to have quite the contrast. If we go into September and we've got concerns like this that continue, you've got one record against another, sir, do you not?
That's right. People know what worked for their wallet, worked for their family's safety, and worked for world peace. And that was President Trump's leadership and his policies. And that is all we should be talking about from now until November, contrasted with literally watching the bottom fall out of world peace and watching now the bottom fall out of people's income, their retirement savings, and the stock market.
Sir, thank you for your time. We're going to watch it together. Florida Republican Michael Waltz. Thanks for coming back today. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, Jillian, what's